Hey everyone, welcome to Zealots. I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
I'm Robbie.
And I'm Tip.
And Tip's here.
And today we're going to discuss the new episodes of Moon Knight. I think it's episode 4 and episode 5 of Halo. So, I don't know. Which one do you want to talk about first? I honestly think I saw Halo first. So it's not as fresh. I saw Moon Knight recently, so Moon Knight's more fresh.
Let's talk about Moon Knight then.
Okay.
All right.
Overall general impressions of the episode?
I thought it was better than the last one, at least. I like that they mentioned. One thing that I don't know what the mummy zombie wasn't really explained what it was. If it was like resurrected by Harrow, I guess it was, but it was sort of like a random obstacle for the heroes to overcome, and then like conveniently Harrow and the rest of the people come in after she throws it off a cliff or whatever. So
yeah, what cinematic rubbish.
Yeah, so apparently it was a mummy basically that they brought back to life, but it wasn't like in rags. It was just like decomposed and had like black skin, but like, rotted black skin, not like native black skin.
Right.
Oh.
So, in case the PC police is watching. So
What about you, Robbie? What did you think about this episode, just in general, before we dive into the specifics of it?
Yeah, it was interesting. Had me wondering what they're gonna find in that tomb, and like especially because he doesn't have his like powers now, so that kind of adds some a little intensity. They feel more normal, I guess.
Hate it. I wish they would just stop. Just a year. I wish they would stop taking away superhero superpowers. Like there are other tropes in the writing book like that writers could use.
Yeah.
Like it's just such an easy out. It's like, oh, like we have a superhero and we need to make him weak. Well, let's just take his powers away.
And
yeah, let's show off
stuff.
how many times we could stab this guy and he doesn't even care.
Well,
that's the only way to kill Superman.
Yeah, well, Moon Knight tradition doesn't even have superpowers. Like, what was cool about Moon Knight, at least in the original series, was like, Khonshu bringing him back to life might have been all in his head. Like I've said before, and the stakes are like really high in the comics because like he's human. He just thinks he's serving the Moon God, so doesn't like he can put the suit on whenever he wants because it's not like a magical thing. It's like an actual suit.
Right.
So. Yeah, you're right. So, I think like in the comics, like the 2006 series, I think was the first Moon Knight comic I read. Like, I think like he had like broken his legs. So that was like he was like in a wheelchair. So that was sort of like him losing his powers or whatever. But I think there was like a period in there was like a one Moon Knight series where like his powers were based off the fullness of the moon. So if it was a full moon, he had super strength, but if it was like a new moon, he was just human again. So.
That's a fun little twist.
That would have been cool to like. So, but it would have been come in handy when he fights a werewolf by night. So but didn't happen.
That's probably not going to happen.
But
yeah,
like
how often do you encounter a werewolf?
This series was like so afraid of we can't make it like Batman. You don't want people to call it Marvel's Batman. But to be fair, that's kind of what's cool about Moon Knight.
Yeah,
he is Marvel's Batman, but he has 3 personalities.
Broke.
And he throws moon rings instead of batarangs.
Moon rings.
Yeah. So.
Nice. Yep.
Anyway.
Now
so,
the episode opens up and we see Khonshu, the statue being formed.
Oh,
and
that's
we
right.
see like the guy walking the statue and he puts it like in this like mausoleum area with some candles. And it zooms out and there's 10 of them. Right?
Yeah,
so you think the gods have been doing this for a while?
Yeah.
They don't like what they're
doing.
doing. Just put them on a shelf.
Yeah. So basically,
it's kind of
that's kind of the pantheistic way of things. When you go the pantheistic route, the gods tend to be fickle and vain.
Yeah.
But,
my biggest disappointment. I mean, not disappointing. It could still happen, but since I'm guessing Harrow is on this avatar, how can we just get me cool mystical armor? He just has like a.
I mean, it looks like his hair grows out.
He just like whipped out a gun, like that we've never seen before, and just shoots Mark. So I was kind of hoping like he would have his own sort of like Amit armor, Egyptian mystical armor, but I guess not.
He just has a gun.
He just has he has the cane that works as a scale, and you know.
Oh yeah.
Is it the
He
cane
like
that works
set
as a
of light
scale?
He
force.
doesn't get a superhero outfit.
Yeah, which just seems kind of lame. Like I think he was an avatar of Egyptian god. He should be able to get one, but maybe he will in the last episode. Because I think he's going to.
He gets a cool outfit, and I get a cane.
Yeah, he gets a cane.
I get a
German,
limp.
and a German. What's
Hey.
the name? What's the name of the gun that the Nazis used to the Vulture?
Make me constantly walk on glass.
It's been so long since I played Call of Duty, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, or watched Indiana Jones. So, yeah. So it's so weird though that they were able to find the tomb before Haro and his team. They were there like all day.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
And
Lazy writing.
yeah, it's like I guess they were just like digging all over the place, but they needed Steven, the amateur Egyptologist, to find the actual tomb. Even though I'm sure Haro should have had a few Egyptologists on his payroll.
They
Like, if
should have
they
all
can
been
afford-
Egyptologists.
They can afford like a complex in London to house them all. They can probably afford to pay a few Egyptologists. Like, hey, where would this tomb be? So, but no.
Forrest, did you
need
not
to get
see
that
like
word.
there was a little fine print toward the beginning of the episode of a newspaper, and it said Egyptologists strike.
Okay.
Workers demands better remains.
The Egyptologists
Something like
Guild of America, the EGA, was on strike that week. So
Oh, watch out for the EGA. They're a powerful sword.
yeah, they're
Hey.
in the NRA.
Hey, easy. Never knew who's listening.
I know. That's true. They were very powerful. You know. That's even Obama had like one of his commercials made. I support the Second Amendment. Let's fire off those guns because that's how powerful they are. Like, you know, they totally ensconced the whole country. But I don't know. So he kills Mark.
And Forrest.
Spoiler tip, or Steven, whatever. And he falls into.
Wait, who's Mark? Who's Mark?
Mark's Moon Knight.
That's a great question.
Mark and Steven are both Moon Knight. But I think Mark is the one in the body, or he's the main personality. So Haro shoots him and he falls into that icky water that's probably filled with parasites and germs. It's like,
Steven's the one with the accent.
it's been like still water for like thousands of years and just falls in it. So getting his wounds is probably heavily infected. But he wakes up in insane asylum. Dun, dun, dun.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
that was
I
interesting.
hate it so much.
It's
is
very
happening?
much. I think they've used this trope several times in media. I think first time I saw it was Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So like she's having a dream where she's in a mental hospital and it's all in her head that she's a vampire hunter. And then they did it again in Ash vs. Evil Dead, where it's only in his head that he's a demon hunter. And now they're doing it again in Moon Knight, where it's only in his head that he's a Egyptian superhero who's not Egyptian. So it's getting kind of cliche at this point, but I think I haven't seen that Buff or Ash vs. Evil. And I'm sure they've done it in like other stuff before, but I think it's based off Jeff Lemire's run.
And then he goes and finds Steven separate in a coffin.
Yeah. And we see another coffin that they
So,
don't even open up,
Yep.
which is
That's
So like,
probably
is all of
fake.
this? Is like all of this in their head?
Yeah, this
Well,
has
that's
to be
what they're
all
going
in
for.
that.
So
Yeah, because they even
sort of-
hugged
it's sort
each
of
other, and they're like,
so-
"You're a split personality."
but,
I thought it was really cool how like the characters in the asylum are like all characters we've seen
yeah,
before, like
Although-
the two guards that try to take him away.
yeah, I
Or
barely
the two
recognized
arresting
them because they were
officers.
so insignificant in the first episode. Like, I totally forgot.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually didn't even pay attention to that.
I know. It's just like it's like they haven't developed any other characters, you know, besides like Haro and.
Well, thank goodness
Well,
it's only 6
so weird
episodes.
that, well, I guess what's his name, Gaspard. I guess I don't know.
The
Maybe he
Dastardly?
died after they filmed that, but I thought he would get New Island too. Maybe he will. So yeah, found out Ethan Hawke or Haro was the therapist, and he escapes. and he runs into Steven, and there's a third sarcophagus, which I think is holding Jake Lockley probably. And then we see the hippo god. I think it was called Tiamat.
Something like that, right?
So
Tiamat.
yeah.
No.
So very strange ending, but I know the guy who writes this series also writes Umbrella Academy, which is also a very weird series.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So they really wanted to go for that weird, vibe.
Mission
I like
accomplished.
Umbrella Academy.
And it's funny because Umbrella Academy is written by Gerard Way from Chemical Romance, and he was heavily inspired by Doom Patrol by Grant Morrison. I know how much you love Doom Patrol. Maybe. So.
Yeah, I love it so much so that I've just been holding off on watching season 3, because I don't want to dash that memory from me.
Wait, is Doom Patrol anything like an adult version of Paw Patrol?
Yes. You know how much better that show would be if it was?
Anyway, so yeah, this episode happened. I thought it was better than the last one. I like that he mentioned my partner got it's very obviously that he killed what's her face, Layla's dad, or no, he didn't kill him.
Bushmaster killed him.
No, Bushman.
Bushman, sorry.
Although he could be mentioning his Frenchie, his other partner, but I don't know.
But we don't know.
I said,
the story hasn't told us.
Disney is so afraid of offending anyone that in the comics Bushman's black, so I would not be surprised if they just character assassinate Frenchie. They don't want to have a black antagonist. I mean, they could. Hopefully, they will do Bushman, because that'll be definitely more faithful. But I'm not going to be surprised if they just make Frenchie or remember that name in his phone, Duchamp.
Yeah,
that's Frenchie. So like Jean-Paul Duchamp, that's his name. So that's like his like main sidekick not sidekick, but his pilot who pilots the helicopter in the comic.
I doubt he would give Mark a call after killing him. Unless he was like, hey, I think I saw Mark on TV. Let me give him a call and see if he picks up his old cell phone number.
That's true. But it could have been the call before he killed him. So
that's true.
Let's come over to the pyramids. We're about to ambush this archaeologist. So.
What I don't understand is I don't know, if I was like Steven or Mark or whoever talking to Layla, right? I would just explain that I too died. She's upset that I was there when your dad died. Well, I got killed too.
Yes.
The only difference is an Egyptian god chose me to be resurrected. How about a little sympathy my way? I got killed.
Yeah, twice. And
why doesn't his wife Layla knows about Khonshu and Moon Knight? So why can't he just I think they did the dresses in somewhere in the episode. Just tell your wife that you're staying away from her because Khonshu wants to take over your life, right? It's just forced drama that doesn't need to exist. It was like, Mark, why are you running away from me? Yeah. And then she was a weird character in the insane asylum. I mean, I guess they all were weird. Standout acting performance by Oscar Isaac, but she was exceptionally weird. She stole the bingo card and claimed it was his, and she was like, "Oh, we'll share it next time or whatever."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I also like that Stephen Grant is actually a British archaeologist, so I think that sort of proves that Mark is the original persona, and Stephen Grant is one he created, but the persona thinks it's real now. So yeah. I like that aspect. So hopefully they go with that. And I guess
it's also a little cliche, but I do enjoy it. I think they're doing a good job with it.
Yeah, the asylum bit is a bit cliche at this point. It's been done in several other media. I just remember those two, but I would be surprised if they've done it in several other TV shows. So yeah, I mean, I liked it better than the last episode. Hopefully we get a flashback with Bushman or Frenchie, how he died. Hopefully we'll get another flashback with Harrow as Moon Knight, because we apparently,
that would be cool. I would
hopefully get some flashbacks, but this decided to start just in the middle. So did we lose Major?
No, I'm here.
Okay.
There we go. I'm back.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
I don't love this show, but I think it does have potential to be very good in the last 2 episodes. So, yeah. So
maybe it's gonna pull a Halo.
Enjoyed much more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Moon Knight has been, it's been adventurous in its theme, maybe a little. with the
It was
character.
very
I like the
Indiana
character.
Jones.
Yeah,
was
very
very
much
Indiana
for Indiana Jones vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'll watch next week. I still got Disney Plus for another month, so I'm stuck.
So I wonder
and wait,
who
no,
was
and
under the
Obi-Wan
control
comes
of
on in May, or is Obi-Wan postponed till June?
I thought Obi-Wan was coming out.
Yeah, I thought Obi-Wan came out like a week after this.
What is that?
May 27th.
Okay, so it'll be a few more weeks. Yeah, it'll be like a week or two between.
And don't worry, we'll have Doctor Strange to talk about.
Yeah.
In between.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be great.
Looking forward to that.
There's going to be a flood of moviegoers going to see that. Speaking of flood,
for sure.
let's talk about Halo, which isn't in this show yet. But yeah, this was a much better episode. They decided, hey, let's make it Halo in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it was weird seeing grunts
good.
and jackals without the backup of elites, but I think was just happy to see anything besides just the bulky elites by themselves. So the CGI
They
was
had elites
amazing.
there.
Yeah,
But
they were there.
I think as Robbie pointed out to me that they because of COVID, that was the last thing. Well, obviously post-production involves a lot of CGI, so they didn't have as much time to work on the CGI. But I would not be surprised if they wanted to cut budget as much as they could.
Yeah, I mean, they only had $90 million, right? To put that in perspective, Stranger Things is going to be 9 episodes long, and the last season, or the 4th season of Stranger Things is going to be 9 episodes long, and each episode is about $30 million per episode.
I hope
It's that clicking noise.
Hope it's to pay for good writers and not just all for big budget effects.
I recently just watched,
a lot
binged the first 3 seasons of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And they hold up. They're just as good as I remember, if not
Yeah,
better.
season 3 got a bit far-fetched, like the Russians being able to infiltrate the United States and build a.
I thought it was fun. Yeah, far-fetched
You know,
for
yeah,
sure.
it was-
But what
it
did that
was
show is
smart,
not?
It was fun, but it was like, okay,
Yeah, it was like the
Trying to
80s
be
and the
like as
mall
equal as
and like
possible.
Russians and like they had to translate the code, and the code was super easy, and it's just like a fun romp for kids, just
Yeah,
that
but the
Steven
first
guy
season,
has a
it
great
was
arc.
good because it was it was so focused on the human aspect was so realistic, but the fantastical aspects what enhanced it. But then in season 3, the human aspects were so fantastical that they were even more ridiculous than the supernatural.
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean that one kid has a girlfriend, Susie now. Yeah, not believable at all. I agree.
Oh yeah, we're Halo. So
Overall thoughts about
yeah.
Halo this week?
He basically realized that Halsey
Nice
kidnapped
battle.
him. Halsey kidnapped him.
Halsey, that bitch, and then he tried to attack her.
Yeah, he doesn't.
literally punch her.
He
face
doesn't
off.
have that emotion inhibitor anymore.
Yeah. Nor does Kai.
Yeah.
And that seemed to be negatively affecting her.
And what
her
what made
combat
this
readiness.
episode great? There's less Quan in it.
I completely
So-
forgot what happened.
She
with
had a
Soren.
part
I
of
think,
it, but-
she knocked out Soren. Was that the end of her arc? This episode?
Yeah.
Man,
That
and
was
then
the
she's
end of
pointing a
the
gun at
episode.
it, the guy who let
Yeah,
you
she was
go is helping
thinking about
you.
shooting her, and I was like, bro, what?
She is way too unstable to lead any rebellion, much less
Well, luckily it's just her. I don't know if you can really call it leading if it's just an army of one.
Well, I think eventually she's gonna find the Freemen on Madrigal and unite them to ride the sandworms onto take out the burn guy, the naked guy in the pool.
Oh yeah.
Like a sandworm's gonna come out of the pool.
Oh, man, it's
Sandworm.
Is that
yeah,
a
and it
thing
kind
from
of
Batman Good?
felt like Halo with Cortana speaking in his head like that.
Yeah, I like how their relationship is definitely blossoming. So that's I think obviously the games, that was the best part. Not the best part, but one of the best things about the games was their relationship.
Right.
Not
Yeah.
just, he's not just a stone cold soldier. He's someone to talk to.
Yeah, and I
And
feel
she
like
was naked and blue.
they're gonna.
I think they're
Come on.
definitely.
I feel like they're slowly gonna develop that too.
Yeah, they're not nailing it, but I think they're doing a good job. That's one of the things in the game. I think they're definitely adapting well. So.
Well, I mean,
But
she has
They
Force
haven't
is
even
nailing
gotten
it
Halo yet.
in his
It's like a
mind.
prequel in a way.
Yeah. It's like the fall. It's like a loosely based off Fall of Reach. So.
Now, granted, guys, we all knew this was coming, right? Like the Covenant had to capture the artifact, at least one of the artifacts, so they could discover Halo. They can't find the ring, what they're looking for, without the artifact. So, like, it would make sense that they had to end up with the artifact sometime during the show.
Yeah, to figure out where Halo is.
Sorry for the creaking,
really
by the
good
way.
Season started.
Yeah, what is
thing.
that?
It's this shitty chair that sucks, and I'm trying not to move. So,
You know,
sorry.
some WD-40.
Yeah, I noticed
No, I
like
just need
it
to find a new
creaked a
chair.
bunch of first, and then I just hit click,
Yeah.
click.
Yeah, so let's have this episode. We didn't see any butts, I don't think. So, you know.
No butts.
Oh yeah, they
we
were
saw
on
some
a
butts
thing
kicking
for
or
a
ifs or
while.
ands either.
We saw some
But-
butts.
But
Yeah, that Kai isn't taking her emotions too well. She just has
No, she got
everything hit her
ass
hitting
kicked
her
out
at once.
by that.
oh, that's right.
Just by the
Yeah,
Covenant.
she just froze.
What do you think about Master Chief abandoning the mission to save Kai?
I think he's going to get reprimanded by his superiors. Speaking of which,
No,
what a
Halsey.
dick is what? Keynes is a giant dick. Apparently, he's like, you can trust me, Master Chief. Next scene,
Next thing, I'm
You
betraying
can't
you
trust Master
instantly.
yeah. So wow, Keynes totally broke the bro code.
Yeah, that's
Well, he-
rubbish.
He
What a
did
rubbish
say
person.
He was gonna find out something, and then went and
Yeah, Tip, you remember
Brought it up
the first
to
Halo,
Halsey.
don't you? He got
Yeah, I played Halo.
He got sucked in by the flood or whatever. He got killed by the flood. And,
Dude,
yeah.
what if they do a reimagining of that first flood level when they slowly introduce you, just wondering what's happening?
Dude, I always
that's
thought the flood
that's
was
like
kind
my
of cool.
favorite level.
Tip on
Do you
the
think we're
flood.
going
like
to see
what-
the flood in Halo? In
I
season
wanted to.
one?
I wanted to become Flood.
You're just like take
and then
me.
assimilate everyone.
Take me. It'll be fun. Come on, guys. It's like a game.
I'm surprised.
Game, Tip.
Halo.
He's already one of them. He wants us to become one.
Hey
Well,
guys,
it's
do you guys
funny
want to come
when,
out
you
and
said,
Valhalla?
I know how the game is played, Cortana. I was like,
Yeah, and switch to your secondary, which is your assault rifle.
yeah.
He's like, yeah. Yeah.
They know
I
Halo
know.
and your
Great
pistol is your
observation.
primary weapon.
Oh, and don't forget like the
Yeah, because they haven't
the
played
alarm
the
that went
game.
off when her shield was down. When her shield were down.
No, in Halo, the pistol is like one of the best weapons.
Yeah, but it's like your secondary weapon.
Not in Halo. That was kind of a joke.
Yeah, not in the
I
first Halo.
Yeah, not in Halo. 1.
Definitely the best.
One of the best weapons of all time. That and the Needler. How cool is that? You see that guy get shot in the
Oh yeah,
gunner of the Warthog?
people
He
are
just like
wanting
four
to
needles
see
and
the
then he just
Needler be worse.
exploded into a puff of pink blood and smoke.
Hey, it happens.
It does.
So
Yeah, that was great.
yeah, that's really
But
all
I mean, I
remember.
guess
stop.
just from
What-
discussing this episode, that's pretty much
And
it.
then boom.
Oh man. Well, how about like Cortana? Is it? He comes after Halsey, and she's like Cortana, and just shuts him down mid jump.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's going to take a long time to foster that relationship.
Is it,
I need to learn more.
Trust.
Yeah, he's gonna be pissed about that.
Oh yeah, the guy.
Are you an
exploded.
upgrade or are you a control feature?
Definitely a control feature, like a safeguard.
Control feature / upgrade.
Yeah, another RoboCop aspect they ripped off. You know, because he can't attack anyone at OCP. So you know, that was similar to the RoboCop thing. They
I mean,
Artistic-
I doubt
Basically
they were
borrowed.
taking all this from RoboCop.
we see it with we see it with Superman, right? Like,
Shamelessly
when you got
ripping
someone
off of
that
80s.
powerful.
so.
You got someone that powerful, you want to learn how to control them, or you want to make sure that the U.S. military wants to make sure that they can control them.
Very true.
I know Halsey's got to be getting a little nervous though, because she knows Chief is pissed at her.
Oh,
The truth is
boy.
out.
Yeah, I'd be scared if I was Halsey.
Yeah, Master Chief wants a piece of you now.
He's shaking in my boots.
Yeah, I completely forgot what happened with
Unless
Sword.
Halsey's ballsy.
He got knocked out by a small Asian woman. And then what else?
I mean, she did find a weapon randomly in the ground or something. I don't know where that weapon came from.
Well, she didn't
The
break
taser that she used?
broke
When the
her
rest of it's more like
handcuffs.
Words to live by, Tip. Words to live by.
Don't fucking do it, dude.
That's really. I mean, yeah, it was a lot better. I like the ending. I like the actual Halo stuff they had, like the jackals.
Yeah.
And oh, we got to talk about the brute at the end.
Oh, dude, yeah, that was
how
pretty-
good that brute looked with that hammer.
Man, we got
Yeah,
jackals,
that,
grunts, and then they even threw a brood in there.
Was that a young Tartarus? I'm surprised they introduced the brutes. So I did not think they would introduce the brutes this season.
Yeah, that I was actually surprised by that. I didn't know
I
if
thought they
brutes
would
were coming
introduce
or
them
not.
like after they got the Halo.
Because when did we see brutes? Halo 3?
Halo 2 was the first time we saw them because
It was Halo 2.
that's when the elite insurrection happened.
Right.
That was
Because
when
they-
you could
because
start
the
dual wielding.
Prophets replaced the elites with the brutes. So, yeah, I didn't think they'd introduce the brutes till they introduced the
Like this
garbage.
quickly. But
That was
I'm
a
not
that was a badass
complaining.
intro though.
Yep. He
Yeah.
just like Jedi like force grabs it and then just walks and then just gets beamed back up.
Yeah,
I
at the
thought-
last
I thought we were
second he
about to
grabbed that
see-
jackal shield to take the hit from the gravity hammer.
Oh yeah,
I thought we were about to see Master Chief like follow the brute, and then we were gonna get like a peace and reconciliation level where like the Master Chief like boards the Covenant ship and takes out like the whole Covenant ship. And I was like, oh, like this would just be like one intense like episode 6, but they didn't. So we'll see what happens next.
well,
Yeah, it was a great episode.
yeah, definitely. The
I
best.
saw a lot of people who are a little more pleased with this episode.
Yeah, I think like the
Less
ratings-
ranting
that's
and
good.
more videos I saw videos that was just like, now this is Halo and finally
No.
good. And
What, you give
Like
Halo
that.
fans Halo and they're not upset anymore? Man, media's gotten so complicated these days.
Yeah.
they wanted to.
Hey, there was cutscenes in the
Oh, yeah.
original Halo.
Why do they hate us? All we do is like not be faithful to the original source material. Why are they so negative?
What, we gave them one fight scene in the first episode. What more they want?
Yeah.
We got to introduce her. Everybody
And
will
they
love
will-
this.
Maki. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about Maki came. The blonde chick came in at the end. I guess she's gonna try to infiltrate the humans again because the first time. Was
Oh
like,
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw a little preview of Master Chief interviewing her. Like, why should I
Oh,
trust
yeah.
you?
yeah. I would have just. I mean, like, I don't know, not killed her.
If
but,
you look at
know, I wouldn't trust her.
the Halo after show or declassified, whatever they
Talking
call
Halo, like Talking Dead, Talking Ring.
Yeah, classified.
it. Yeah, they put a little short preview at the end of them for the next episode.
Halo Demystified. Well, hopefully season 2 they get the soundtrack back. They can work out the royalties or whatever. Because it is not Halo without the music. So
It's not.
sorry, not sorry.
We gotta get some of that. Da-da-da-da.
They could like superimpose like yeah, like
Oh,
Star
I'm sure.
Trek
I'm sure that's
music
gonna
or-
be like a YouTube like thing.
They can always
At the
get
end-
like
at the end of the season, someone's gonna like go back and like put like a montage together,
they
but
can always
insert
get
like
like
the music.
they can always get like Shirley Walker, who sort of like wrote a theme for the Batman the Animated Series,
Oh.
kind of just like Danny Elfman's. So
I
not
saw
the same, but it sounds very similar.
I saw a YouTube for somebody took the first battle scene and they put all the game accurate Halo the game accurate
Nice.
gun sound effects to everything.
I bet that hit nostalgia real hard.
Yeah, like the plasma rifles and everything they're using all sound the same.
Then the guitar drop from Frankie Benjamin, "Blow Me Away."
Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be great.
Oh yeah, what about Master Chief raging on that one elite?
Oh yeah,
He
he,
too does
curves
not
punched
have
his,
that.
uh,
Yeah,
he punched his mouth thing off. Maybe
I
that's
was
the
wondering-
Spec Ops leader from Halo 2. Because remember he was missing his mouth thing.
And even
he's missing
Kai,
his whole
who's
face now.
like
Right.
already been freaking out. She's like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that like an homage? Like, it would be
Well, no,
cool
it
if
was
he
so
did like an
funny 'cause he was
assassination
like,
move.
"Stop it!" And it was because she like felt bad for that leap because he had to go get the artifact.
Oh yeah.
Which is like stop, like not because he was like
Which is true. He didn't need to go get that artifact.
Yeah, it's like stop. You get the artifact.
Yeah, I guess he was too busy raging.
Yeah, he was being very xenophobic on that alien.
If he was back to a robot Master Chief, he'd be just like kill the dude, turn around, go after the.
And keep going, yeah.
Or he would have just totally ignored Kai because that was the objective, I think.
Yeah, he would just complete the mission. I don't know. We don't know because
Yeah,
Master Chief took it out so
would he have
quickly.
turned around for his teammate?
I mean, based on the writing of the show, I'd probably say no.
They were kind of trained for helping
to always be together, yeah. But maybe if you're mission first,
Yeah.
then
Well,
casualty of war.
I'm wondering Vanek, because he knows that she removed her chip. I wonder if he's going to turn on Kai or the other Spartan will, because like he knows that they're because he's like, why are you asking stupid questions, or something like that. So I'm thinking he might be an antagonist. He seems like
he might tattle.
I think
might have-
that was
King's
good,
already dead.
good dialogue.
Oh yeah, who all knows it? I mean, they gotta have suspicions at least about Kai.
Yeah, I think because he's like, wait,
Well, especially after that battle, though.
I think like Vanek and like Master Chief are gonna get into it. So
I hope so.
and not in the fun way. So
You think there's
looking
a
forward
little-
to more. As long as it's
little
like,
romance?
consistent. Hope
You
it's
think
like
there's a little
another
romance
Borg
blossoming?
episode next week.
Watch it be next episode's a Quan episode.
Yeah, it's like taking a break from Master Chief. We know what you really want, people. Quan,
You guys really want the Quan episode?
Like, where is her story even going? That's
Halo,
relevant.
forward onto.
Well,
Quan.
no, I don't want to know. Just take her out.
just take like what could possibly? Surely there's a better B plot out there that exists
Like,
in this
how about
world.
Soren? Just focus on Soren because he's from the books, right?
From the way
No, he's
the show
I think he's
started,
burned
I
out.
think she was kind of like the A plot in a way.
I see. I know exactly what you're talking about. Here's my question about Soren. He's wearing his Spartan armor, right?
Yeah, where's his helmet?
I mean, no, I think they showed the helmet in like the episode when they went to visit his home on that rock.
Okay.
But my question is, he left when he was a boy, right? Like 12 or 13. How can he still fit in that armor?
Ooh. Maybe it's just
That's why he doesn't have his
wears.
helmet.
And first of all, he's got to lose the duster. That's just so impractical, especially on a sandy planet. Because it's gonna be like
What
way too
about
hot.
all the dust, which is everyone knows it's just the sand is just dust of the desert.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the black duster just is on the Spartan armor is a really stupid look. Just gotta go.
Well, I like it. It reminds me of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, but they call it a duster, isn't it?
You can wear a duster.
For dusting?
It's like the Matrix almost.
Like, don't they use that for? Dude, and those
Yeah, for
armors are
dusting
cool.
enemies. No, I don't. Yeah, I think his armor's cool. I'm just wondering how it still
He
fits
wears
him.
over the armor. That's dumb.
Oh.
Well, that's really all I have for today. Do y'all anything else we didn't talk about?
So, I mean, I guess we should talk about the elephant in the room, and that not much really happened in this show that could be filled up in like 5 minutes. Like,
Yeah,
the
like,
cool-
you gotta
it was
keep
it was the
last
best
5
episode,
minutes.
but it was mostly
They
like
had
the
a-
battle.
A nice fight scene, yeah.
I just want the Master Chief to grab an energy sword and go to town. Like, I thought he was gonna. I can't wait for it. It's gonna happen.
Apparently,
It's
even
gotta happen.
Jackal's got
Yo,
energy
Jackals
swords now.
slay. I am so glad those
Yeah,
Jackals were
Jackals
not
never
that
had an energy sword.
hard.
Just like it was another thing. I was like, that didn't happen again.
Yeah, I've
Didn't
never
bother
seen a
me
jackal
much.
with an energy sword.
They're supposed to have beam rifles.
Kind of
Well,
cool though.
I've never seen a fingernail with an energy sword. So, I mean, this
Yeah, what the
story's
hell
just
is
going
that?
off the rail.
Very
It's
weird.
her ultimate assassin tool.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
they
like,
must have done some
Yeah.
like mods to her.
Yes, the Master Chief. If she asks you to smell her finger, don't smell it.
It smells like
It's a trap. So,
Dang, Forrest, you went
or
there.
if she asks you to pull her finger. Excuse me.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to more Halo.
Smell my finger.
Sort
The girl asked you to do that.
So it should be a fun-packed week. I'm more looking forward to Better Call Saul, but you know.
Do I need to watch all the other seasons to appreciate or to be able to understand?
You have to
This
watch
last
all
season?
of Breaking Bad
I've seen all Breaking Bad.
and then see El Camino. Yeah, to appreciate Better
I watched El Camino.
Actually, you don't really have to see El Camino. I think you'll be okay without seeing El Camino.
Wait, is El Camino another show? Or?
That's a movie.
It's the Breaking Bad epilogue. It's like what happened to Jesse after he escaped from the neo-Nazis.
Remember what happened to Jesse?
Oh,
He was
tell me
like
so I don't have to watch
forced in
it?
slave labor by the neo-Nazis to cook meth, and then like Walt showed
Got
up in the final episode. And he
Boom.
killed them all and he escaped. But it shows like what happened right afterward. So,
Nice. Thank you for saving me time.
but yeah, I think
All caught
it's
up.
worth watching. You can probably binge it in like a few days. I think if you're really committed. But it's a lot more lighthearted than Breaking Bad. It's a lot less dark. And I think the
Bob
show's
Odenkirk,
strongest when it focuses on Saul or Jimmy McGill doing like his shady lawyer stuff. But it's probably weak when it focuses on Mike, Gus, and the cartel aspect. It's just sort of redundant, and we like already know what's going to happen there. And I mean, I think the first season with Mike's arc is pretty good before he starts working for Gus. And I think the first two seasons, but I think after he meets up with Gus and starts working for him, that's when that part of the story started getting boring to me. So, I think in season 5 they really had to force why Jimmy and Mike have to work together. It was just sort of unbelievable. I think it was just like basically Mike's story was like so separate from Jimmy's that they had to like find a way to make them come together, and it just wasn't really believable for me. So, but this season's shaping up really nice. It's really focusing on the cartel bit, but I'm liking the cartel stuff so far. But the stuff with Jimmy and Kim is also good. So it's very strong season so far. So, if you have the time, watch Better Call Saul. If you haven't seen all of Breaking Bad, I don't think it'll be more enjoyable to watch, but it won't be like you won't be completely lost. So, but I highly recommend it. So,
Oh, sweet. Awesome. Better Call Saul. And that's season 5 that just came out? Or
season 6.
6.
You got 5 seasons to catch up on. And I think they're all on Netflix. So, give them, help boost their stock a little bit.
What would really help out if
well, you just all you
100 million
you
households.
Stranger Things, didn't you? So you already have Netflix. You just watch Better Call Saul now.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of what am I watching? I don't even remember. And that's one of the problems with Netflix is that you
Not
just
Daredevil.
consume it all at once. Daredevil's great.
Yeah, but it's not Netflix anymore. You can't watch it.
Oh, yeah, no, you can watch it on Disney Plus now.
See ya.
Yeah. So, well, that's our show, Major. You want to plug our social media?
Absolutely, guys. Thanks so much for listening. We appreciate it. If you liked the episode, make sure to rate and review this podcast in the app. We'd really appreciate it. You can tweet at us on Twitter at Zealot Podcast on Twitter. We love to hear what you think, and we'll add a description to our Discord down the link below. You can come join the conversation with our favorite shows that we're watching right now. Thanks so much for listening, guys.
Yeah. And
Thanks.
Major, you mentioned like in-app. Did you mean like Anchor, the Anchor app?
You can use the Anchor app. You can use Spotify.
We're also on Apple Podcasts.
Also on Apple Podcasts. Yeah. So anywhere you listen to your favorite podcast, just pop it open, give us a 5-star, leave us a review if you want to. 5-star if you think so. If not, let us know what we can do better. We'd appreciate
I think
it.
Spotify just has the thumbs up that you can see in the unknown.
You can do 5 stars on Spotify.
Nice. Well, I guess YouTube hasn't bought them yet. So, all right. Well, I'm Forrest.
I'm Major.
and I'm Robbie.
And I'm Kim.
One with nature. So, all right. Bye, everyone. Thanks for listening.